5, Jack Cueto. Jack is forward from Morristown, New Jersey. He's joined by his parents, Herman and Karen, and his brother Luke. He's a valued 4-year member of the Crimson Hockey program, where he has contributed at both the varsity and junior varsity levels. Jack is a hard-working and dedicated teammate who has been a key component of our junior varsity team. Jack currently plays in the Crimson lacrosse team and plans on attending college, where he will pursue both club hockey and club lacrosse. Jack's favorite Crimson hockey memory was scoring his first varsity goal in his first varsity shift last year versus West Essex. His advice for his younger teammates is to work hard and live in the moment. Jack would like to thank his parents for all their support. Let's give a round of applause for Jack. Next, we have number 6, Grayson Strauss. Grayson is joined by his parents, Carissa and David, and his brothers, Crimson Hockey alumni Dylan and Kaden. Grayson is our team's alternate captain and a 4-year member of the Crimson Hockey program and a 2-year member of the varsity team. In 26 career games, Grayson has recorded 3 goals and 1 assist for 4 points. Grayson is relied upon for his strong 2-way defensive game and his passion for Crimson Hockey. He plans on attending Providence College next year, where he will join his brother Dylan. Grayson's favorite Crimson Hockey memory was defeating Seton Hall Prep last year and a comeback 4-3 win. His advice for his younger teammates is to always give maximum effort and strive for greatness. We'd like to thank his parents and brothers for pushing him and supporting him. Thank you, Grayson. Next, we have number 9, Hans Bonney. Hans is a forward from North New Jersey. He's joined by his mother. Hans is a valued 4-year member of the Crimson Hockey program, where he has contributed at both the varsity and junior varsity levels. Hans is a hard-working and dedicated teammate. Personally, it's been a privilege to coach and get to know Hans over the last 4 seasons. Hans is the type of player who is always looking to get better and improve his game. He is a coachable young man with a bright future ahead. His advice for his younger teammates is to enjoy the ride, as time truly does fly. These 4 years will go by very quickly and you won't even notice. Hans would like to thank his family and coaches for their support. Thank you, Hans. Next, we have number 10, Peter Cross. Peter is a forward who also played D last year for us. He's from Union, New Jersey. He's joined by his parents, Dave and Aaron, and his sister, Kelly. Peter is a 4-year member of the varsity team and current team captain. Last season, Peter earned all men and division honors. In 57 career games, Peter has recorded 13 goals and 19 assists for 32 points. Peter is highly regarded by his teammates and coaches for his unwavering work ethic and commitment to Crimson Hockey. Peter is co-president of the Bridges Community Service Club at school that collects food for the less fortunate. Peter has been accepted to multiple colleges and is still undecided on where he will attend, but plans to pursue club hockey in college. His favorite memory was winning the Menning Cup his sophomore year. Peter's advice for his younger teammates is to feed the positive wolf and continue to carry on the traditions and family atmosphere that makes the Crimson Hockey program so special. Peter would like to thank his coaches for helping him become the player he is today, and special thanks to his dad, mom, and sister for their support. Thank you, Peter. Next, we have number 14, Matt Mortizavi. Matt's a forward from Morristown, New Jersey, joined by his father, David. Matt is a valued 4-year member of the Crimson Hockey program, where he contributed at both the varsity and junior varsity levels. Matt is well-liked by his teammates for his humor and easygoing attitude. Matt is undecided on where he will attend college next year. His favorite Crimson Hockey memory was being able to play a sport he loves with his friends. His advice for his younger teammates is to have fun and enjoy the ride. Matt would like to thank his parents and his sister for their support. Thank you, Matt. Next, we have number 20, Brendan Tartaglione. Brendan is joined by his parents, Kevin and Jackie, his brother Ryan, and his sister Caitlin. Brendan is a 4-year member of the varsity team and a current team captain. In 58 career games, Brendan has recorded 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points. Brendan is highly regarded by his teammates and coaches for his positive attitude, professional approach, and commitment to Crimson hockey. Brendan will attend Connecticut College, where he has committed to play lacrosse. His favorite hockey memory was winning the Menning Cup during his freshman and sophomore years, and also being able to play with his younger brother Ryan. His advice for his younger teammates is to not take playing a sport that you love with your best friends for granted. Brendan would like to thank his coaches, parents, and siblings for their support. Brendan, thank you. Next, we have number 25, Matt Jahanko. Matt is a forward from Morristown, New Jersey, and joined by his parents, Dan and Karen. Matt is a 4-year member of the Crimson hockey program and a 2-year member of the varsity team. In 19 career games, Matt has recorded 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Matt is relied upon for his fearless style of play and work ethic. Matt plans on attending college next year and will play club hockey. Matt's favorite Crimson hockey memory was defeating Seton Hall Prep last year in a comeback 4-3 win. His advice for his younger teammates is to enjoy every shift because you never know when it will be your last. Matt would like to thank his parents for the long drives they made just so he could play and the time they put in to support his hockey career. Thank you, Matt. Next, we have number 30, Pierce Rucker. Pierce is joined on the ice by his parents, Andrew and Krista. His brother Colin is cheering upstairs. Pierce is a 4-year member of the Crimson hockey program and a 2-year member of the varsity team. In 3 career varsity starts, Pierce has recorded 3 wins, 2 shutouts, and a .953 save percentage. Pierce has been relied upon for his high compete level and consistent work ethic over the last 4 years at both the varsity and junior varsity levels. Pierce plans on attending college next year and is undecided where he will attend. His favorite Crimson hockey memory was recording his first varsity career shutout and first varsity career win last year versus Mount Olive. His advice for his younger teammates is that hard work pays off. Pierce would like to thank his parents for their support throughout his hockey career. Thank you, Pierce. Next, we have number 37, Christian Ewing. Christian is a defenseman from Morristown, New Jersey, and joined on the ice by his dad, Alex. Christian is a 4-year member of the Crimson hockey program and a dedicated member of the junior varsity team, where he provides leadership and experience on the blue line to many of our young players. He is a well-respected leader and is looked to for his positive demeanor and enthusiasm. Christian is also an accomplished soccer player and soccer team captain for the Crimson. Christian will attend Boston College next year, where he will study finance. Christian's favorite Crimson hockey memory was watching his teammates win the Menning Cup his sophomore year. His advice for his younger teammates is to not be upset if you're on JV for more than 1 season. It has been without a doubt the most memorable 4 sports seasons of his high school career and something he truly values. Christian would like to thank his parents, teammates, and coaches for allowing him to have a great 4 years as a Crimson hockey player. Thank you, Christian. Lastly, lastly, I'd like to thank our seniors and give them one more round of applause for the Senior Premium Hockey Class 2024. And I'd ask now to take a quick picture of all the seniors in front of the balloons. Thank you.
They're getting everybody in there.
Live from the Twin Oaks Ice Rink in Morristown, New Jersey. This is the Morristown Beard School Senior Night, presented by Play-by-Play Productions. My name's Zach McGinnis. Tonight, the Crimson of Morristown Beard face off against the Oratory Prep Rams. Morristown Beard coming into this game with a 3-2-1 record. They're 0-1-1 inside the Menin division, currently 4th in the Menin division. Oratory, only a single solitary win so far this season for the Rams. They came against Scotch Plains Fan with a 5-2 decision back on December the 12th. 1-6 Oratory's record. They are currently in 5th in the Kelly division. Let's take a quick look at the starters. First, for the visiting Oratory Rams, on the blue line, it'll be Sutton Collins paired up alongside Andrew Timu, Ronan Davis, Henry Zahn, and Sebastian Leach up front. Tom LaFrance getting the call and goal. LaFrance comes in with a personal record of 1 win, 3 losses, a goals against average of 4.75, a save percentage of 86.3. Meanwhile, for the Crimson, well, they're going a little heavy with the seniors for their starters. No surprise on senior night. Hanzala Body, Jack Cueto, and Matt Mortazavi up front. Evan Jones and Grayson Strauss on the blue line. And Pierce Rucker getting the call in goal. Rucker comes into this game with a perfect 2-0 record so far this season. A .907 save percentage, leaving 2 on the goals again, or rather in the goals against average. Oratory Prep in their road navy uniforms with the gold and white trim. They'll skate from right to left. At home, Morristown Beard in their home whites with the crimson and black trim. They skate from left to right as we are underway. Morristown Beard with the first possession is getting the puck down deep to senior Jack Cueto. We'll tell you a little bit more about the seniors as this game goes on, as having this puck go off of his glove and into the Oratory bench was Evan Jones. Referees for tonight's game going with a 2-referee, 1-linesman system. Mike Crisatello and Glenn Livingstone wearing the armbands as referees. Bob Fuller, the lone linesman. Off the draw to the right of goaltender Tom LaFrance. It's picked up by the Rams, and now Oratory Prep able to get out of the zone. Henry Zahn, Oratory's leading scorer. Puck trickle on back to the point, trying to sneak his way on in. Collins a shot into that glove of Rucker, cleared up but not out. Collins once more from the blue line. Another shot, this time held on to by Rucker. First 2 saves of the game for Pierce Rucker. Face-off will be to his left. Pierce Rucker, as mentioned, one of the seniors that was celebrated in the pre-game ceremony, a perfect 2-0 record. He was 2-0 last season as well, including getting his first shutout and his second shutout. Not bad, he played 2 games and he don't let up a single goal. Has 2 victories this year, both last year and this year, wins over Mount Olive. Always nice to see a team that you feel confident against. Sent over far side, puck bounces through the neutral zone. Eventually for himself with Grippo comes up with control, but quickly thrown away. Now behind the net. Here's Nick Zayas. Around into the near side corner, trying to come up with possession, but unable to do so for the Rams with Ian Gibbons. Back on out towards center. Puck got as far as towards the blue line, and then a big hit thrown at center right as Ryan Tartaglione able to throw the body. Tartaglione's, well, they were involved in the last time these 2 teams played. Came all the way back on February the 6th in 2019. The before time feels much longer ago than it actually is. But in that game, it was a 6-3 victory for the then 10-13-3 Morristown Beard Crimson. Oratory Prep 11-11-1 coming into that game. Connor Tartaglione, the older brother of Brendan and Ryan, recorded 2 goals and assists in that game. John Cohen stopped 10 of 13 for the Crimson for the victory. There's a shot in the glove of LaFrance, cleared up but not out once more. Second attempt, the Rams were able to get it on out. Chasing after us, but unable to come up with it with Ryan Davis. So the Crimson go D-to-D as Robert Magnotta leads through center. Salvador comes in offside. Face-off will be outside the Ram zone. 12:43 to go in the first period. Rams currently out shooting the Crimson by a 2-1 margin. Only the 3rd meeting between these 2 squads. Morristown Beard, we talked about the last game in got closer and closer to the state tournament. Tournament that will make a run in the non-public bracket, but eventually falling to Christian Brothers Academy by a 7-0 score. They always seem to produce some pretty good hockey players, perhaps the most well-known Van Riemsdyk brothers in the NHL. Rams looking to clear as we're past 3 minutes gone by in the first period. Coming with the puck through center was Agrippa. Agrippa then lost possession at the Crimson Blue line. Back into his own zone, so keeping his finger on side with Charlie. Over now the Rams look to break out. But he goes off the stick. Captain Brendan Tartaglione. Ping-ponging right now between the Blues. Get out of the zone. Now Brendan Tartaglione into the zone. No flipping the wide on the page of LaFrance. Pursuit is Tartaglione, but Andrew gets the first hand clear. Shot from the point. Easily handled by LaFrance. Grab to the far side. Waller is captured by Evan Jones. Centering feed into the slot. A bouncing puck goes wide. Not liking what he saw on the near side wall was Tina, so that goes around to the far side. Just out of reach of Brendan Tartaglione. And now here come the Rams. Captain Sutton Collins sending one on goal, scooped up by Pierce Brucker. Face-off will be to Brucker's right. 10:52 to go in the first period. Shots on goal now read 3-2 in favor of the Crimson. Morristown Beard started off this victory on the right foot, a 6-2 victory over Mount Olive. That was Pierce Brucker getting the start in that game. They tied their crosstown rivals in Morristown 2-2. A 4-2 loss to Northern Highlands. A pair of victories, that 5-2 over Kinnelon, 10-0 over Bernards. But their most recent game 2 days ago on Wednesday, a 4-3 loss to Chatham, one of the best public schools in New Jersey. Face-off will be coming up to the left of goaltender Tom LaFrance. 10:36 to go in a scoreless first period. It'll be Ryan Tartaglione on the draw. Ryan Tartaglione, the sophomore, 12 points so far this season, 6 goals and 6 assists. That leads all Crimson skaters. Sent around behind the cage. Here's Trenton Fay. Getting on back to the point. A shot just goes wide off the stick of Zayas. Again, wrapped around to the far side. This time, Andrew Timo there to pick it up for the Rams. He'll get it as far as the red line before the Crimson are able to regroup. Now motoring up ahead is Ryan Tartaglione across the line. Tartaglione from a bad angle, knocked down by LaFrance. Puck stays in play, cleared all the way down. This should be icing against Oratory Prep, and there's the whistle. Faceoff will come back on down into the Rams zone as we're just about 5 minutes into the first period. Well, rather hard to believe, but this arena, the Twin Oaks Ice Rink, coming up on its 25th anniversary in a couple years. Opened up back in November of 2000. It's been the home of Morristown Beard Hockey ever since then. Nice little facility here. Run by New Jersey Devils legend Bruce Driver. Driver, the girls' head coach at Mo Beard. Across the line, trying to shimmy his way on in, it was Florian Gao. Gao sent one behind the net. In pursuit was Fraga. Fraga unable to come up with a centering feed in front, and the best save of the game so far by Tom LaFrance, as he's able to get post to post and turn away the attempt from Peter Cross. Back the other way, Lagrippo sends it down deep. There to retrieve is Gao. Gao got it as far as the blue line, not out of the zone. Into the slot, a backhand shot, fought off by Brucker. Now at the point, D to D they go. Here's Toth with a shot, never got through, partially blocked into the corner. Centering feed, nobody home wearing a Navy uniform, and so the Crimson are able to clear. Here's Peter Cross. He'll wrap one hard around the boards to the near side. Hudson Salvador, the first one there. Salvador, however, unable to come up with possession. Here come the Rams back the other way. Across the line, Sebastian Leach had it knocked off of his stick. Leach then tries sweeping it towards the front of the net. No sail there with a bunch of Crimson defensemen in the way. Eventually picked up by Grayson Strauss and the senior defenseman, able to send it down deep. Strauss staying on the forecheck, sees this get wrapped around to the far side wall. Trying to come up with possession, eventually able to do so is Charlie Fernandez. He sends it on goal. LaFrance with the save, and the faceoff will be to Tom LaFrance's right. 8:39 to go in the first period. Still looking for our first goal in this game. It'll be Sean Rizzo on the draw for the Crimson. The junior only has 1 point. It was an assist earlier this season. Rizzo with the clean win back. Quickly D to D they go. Strauss, a shot hit the post. Oh, Grayson Strauss manages to beat Tom LaFrance to the blocker's side, but he's stymied by the iron. Now the Crimson in transition through center. Across the blue line, Fernandez, worked on by defenseman Andrew Timo. Timo gets the better of things, but he's unable to get the puck out of the zone. Backhanded into the near side wall. Sutton Collins there to pick it up. Collins sends this off of the protective netting. So the face-off will remain in the Oratory prep end with 8:10 to go in the first period. Oh, Grayson Strauss nearly had his second of the season. Strauss, one of those seniors, his second year on the varsity team here at Morristown Beard. They'll be heading off to Providence College next season, where he'll join his brother Dylan Strauss. Not sure if he'll be playing hockey for the Friars, but Providence still fantastic institution up in Rhode Island. Plus, if he's not playing, it's more time to go see Providence Bruins games at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Crimson looking to clear on out. That goes off the skate of Hanzala Body. No icing on the play. Turned over south of the goal line. Now worked in front off the big paddle of the stick of LaFrance. Rams able to clear. Let's see if this one has enough for icing. It does not, so back to retrieve is Nick Zayas. The sophomore runs into some trouble in the near side corner. Now Zayas flips one up ahead. That's too far to be handled by Body. Timo picks it up for the Rams. Fans on the outlet attempt, trying to swipe the puck away, was Trenton Fay. No sale there. Bouncing puck at the blue line, quickly knocked out of the Crimson zone. And now flipping the puck down deep is Fay. Trenton Fay sees this go off of his stick. Florian Gao keeps things alive only for a moment before Kevin Geiger picks it up for the Rams and gets it out as far as the red line. Now Geiger following up on the play. Has to be careful about the delayed offsides. It's turned over. John Ganella coming back the other way. Ganella to the outside. Drops on back into the trailer. Taking the shot was Fay, but diving down. Francesco Lagrippo got in the way of that. Puck still in the Oratory zone with 6:40 to go in the first. Thrown all the way down just wide of the cage of Brucker. So icing called against Oratory prep. Face-off will come back on down into the Ram zone. 6:36 to go in the first period. And after this game, it's the last one of the 2023 calendar year for Morristown Beard. They'll get back in action on Wednesday, January the 3rd. As they face off against Randolph. Again, some very talented public schools up in this area, and Randolph certainly no exception. Meanwhile, for Oratory Prep, they've got one more game in 2023. It'll be tomorrow, a 4 o'clock start at Morristown. After that, they get a week off before they're back into the saddle against Verona on the 6th. Chipped off the wall. Picked up at center, and looking up ahead is Hudson Salvador. This is sent on down into the Oratory zone. Wrapped around to the far side. Nice job sneaking on in from the point was Peter Cross. Cross now gives on back. Shot by Fraga. They score! Kevin Fraga finds the back of the net and breaks the ice. 5:52 to go in the first period, and Morristown Beard leads it 1-0. For Kevin Fraga, his 3rd goal of the season, 9th point overall. But the Morristown Beard offense showing its tenacity. And now rewarded with a goal. 5:52 to go in the first. Off the ensuing face-off, it gets sent back down into the Rams zone. They'll go D to D behind the net. Timo gets closed off by a pair of forecheckers. Centering feet in front, they score! Brendan Tartaglione, the senior on senior night, makes it 2-0. For Captain Brendan Tartaglione, his 2nd goal of the season. Just left all alone between the hash marks, and he makes no mistake as he rifles one past Tom LaFrance. And the Crimson suddenly jump out to a 2-0 lead. Sean Rizzo on the draw for the Crimson. One in front of the scorer's table. And at the blue line, it's sent up ahead. Nice hit thrown right in front of the Rams bench by Charlie Fernandez. Getting the worst of it was Sutton Collins. Now looking up ice, fighting his way through, check himself, is Evan Jones. That pass a little too far for Rizzo to handle. Sent back out through center, and looking for the big hit was Grayson Strauss. Instead, he's going to find himself going to the penalty box as he stuck a leg out. Boy, Strauss had ill intentions with that shoulder across the blue line. Instead, it results in Oratory Prep going on to their first power play of the afternoon, as Strauss will sit 2 minutes for interference. Well, let's see what Oratory Prep can do on the power play. Looking for their second win of the season. So far this season, Oratory has only scored 16 goals in their 7 games. It's the first period, so still lots of time to play in this one. They begin on the face-off with Sebastian Leach. Leach can't come up with a face-off win, but then that puck ends up in the Crimson bench. Let's see where the face-off comes. As they're going to say that it went off of Andrew, or yes, they are going to say that it went off of defenseman Andrew Timu. And so because of that, face-off will come out of the Crimson zone. At center, looking for it is Meade Gibbons. Gibbons, far side, knifing that out of midair was Fay. Puck still controlled by the Rams as they get the puck down deep. 20 seconds gone by on the power play. Crimson able to send it all the way down the ice. Will this be enough for icing? No, waved off. As coming in hard to the corner is Trenton Fay. Fay, the freshman, has 4 points so far this season. Displaying the trust shown in him by head coach Scott Green. Here come the Rams back the other way. A rising shot by Gibbons goes over the net. Puck took an interesting hop off the glass here at Twin Oaks. Picked up by the Crimson, and now they're able to clear. Here's Nick Zayas. Zayas across the blue line takes the shot. It goes wide. First one to it, Fernandez. Charlie Fernandez at this point just trying to kill off as much time as possible. Barreling on in, Brendan Tartaglione. He has the last goal in this game. 48 seconds to go on the power play for the Rams, but right now they're pinned in their own zone. Swung on back behind the net by Sutton Collins. Now Collins with a little more time to think things over as the Rams complete a change. Chipped off the glass, down into the Crimson zone. That ricochets off the stick of Evan Jones, so no icing on the play. Reinforcements arrive for the Rams as they're able to get the puck back up to the blue line. Here's Collins, a shot. That's blocked. Tartaglione getting in the way. Now Collins again. A rising shot goes just wide of Brucker. Far side wall, keeping the puck alive, at least for a moment, was Timo. Now picking it up is Lagrippo. Lagrippo, his offering goes wide of the cage. Loose puck, Krasnowski. Trying to get the puck out of the zone. Penalty has expired. We're back to even strength hockey. Oratory Prep 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Did have a shot on goal during that man advantage, but they were hoping to get a little more sustained offensive pressure. Under 3 minutes to play in the first is a long stretch pass too far for Ryan Tartaglione. Face-off will come back on down into the Crimson zone off the icing with 2:54 to go in the first. So face-off will be to the right of Pierce Brucker. Rams will send Francesco Lagrippo, the junior, to take this offensive zone draw. He goes up against Ryan Tartaglione. Tartaglione with the face-off win. Now Grayson Strauss fresh out of the box. Passes along to the near side. Ganella finds the open man in Evan Jones. Jones then across the blue line, offsides is called. Face-off will be outside the Ram zone with 2:41 to go in the first. 15-minute periods here in New Jersey high school hockey. Then when you get a cavalcade of whistles like this, it does seem even longer. Tartaglione on the draw, but the faceoff won by Sebastian Leach as the Rams have their first line out on the ice. And here's Grayson Strauss right in front of us, tipped along by Ganella into the zone. Far side, Evan Jones, a shot knocked down by LaFrance in front. Rebound sent into the corner where Meade Gibbons is able to at least flip it over the blue line. Now Grayson Strauss will shovel it back in. That goes off the glove of Anthony Palm. Palm went behind for Jillian Toth. Toth unable to clear at the blue line. Nice job by Jones keeping it in twice. Now Ganella sent in front. It's loose, trying to get a glove on it was LaFrance. Puck stays out of the net regardless. Under 2 minutes to play in the first period. Here's Julian Toth once again. Unable to clear. Spinning shot by Cross. Ricochets into the far side half wall. Shoveled on back to the point. Grayson Strauss, D to D, and a one-time shot by Evan Jones goes well wide. The Rams able to clear the puck on out. Into the zone. Strauss breaks things up, but a centering feed, a shot off the blocker of Brucker. As Sebastian Leach suddenly found himself in a prime scoring area. 80 seconds to go in the first period. Sent back the other way by Toth, and then offsides called against the Rams. Taking a spin on down to the ice and not too appreciative of it was Henry Zahn. Face-off will be outside the Crimson zone with $1:16 to go in the first period, and the Crimson holding a 2-0 lead. LaGrippo on the draw against Kevin Fraga. Fraga got the scoring started earlier in this period with his third of the season. Here's Robert Magnotta sending the puck down deep. Fraga on the forecheck, comes up with possession. Centering feed goes off a defensive stick. Here come the Rams back the other way. 1-on-3 through the neutral zone, so just chipping it wide of the cage was Leach. Leach looking to force a turnover. As you see, that the Oratory Prep Rams are being very conservative on their forecheck. 1-6 so far this season. Talent-wise, Morristown Beard probably has the advantage up there. So the Rams going with the 1-2-2 forecheck, trying to take advantage of any miscues by the Crimson. 25 seconds to go as a shot from the blue line by Magnotta went wide. Now 20 left. Behind the cage, here's Timo. Timo turns the puck over. Getting it out of danger was LaGrippo. LaGrippo goes off the far side window, gets it out towards the red line. 10 seconds to go in the period. Time for one last rush. Magnotta played up ahead. Looking for possession was Fraga. Now Peter Cross. 2 seconds and one at the buzzer. Kicked aside. And that will do it for the first period of play. So at the end of one, it's Morristown Beard 2. Oratory Prep, nothing. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the first period scoring summary, and we'll have the second period of action. You're watching Morristown Beard School's Senior Night on Play by Play Productions. Welcome back to the Twin Oaks Ice Rink in Morristown, New Jersey. I'm Zach McGinnis. It's Morristown Beard School Senior Night, and it's live on Play by Play Productions. Through 15 minutes of play, the Crimson have a 2-0 lead over Oratory Prep. These two goals coming just 13 seconds apart at the 9:07 mark of the first period. Crimson got on the board courtesy of Kevin Fraga's third of the season, the sophomore. Able to get one past goaltender Tom LaFrance. Give the assist to Robert Magnotta along with Peter Cross. So Cross, the senior, getting a point on his senior night as well. And then 13 seconds later, it was Brendan Tartaglione, his second of the season. One assist handed out to Sean Rizzo for that goal. So the seniors getting the points that they're looking for. A real nice crowd here at the Twin Oaks Ice Rink. Elsewhere in the hockey world, well, it's the World Juniors being played in Sweden right now. And for the favorites in the World Juniors, well, both of them had some scares. One of them had a bit of a nightmare today. 5 games played earlier today. Nice thing about European hockey, you get to wake up, you get to watch a little puck. But earlier today, it was Slovakia, an 8-4 victory over Norway. Finland, 4-0 over Latvia. Latvia has not scored a goal yet in 3 games. Team USA, well, that was one of the scares. A 4-3 shootout victory over the Czech Republic. The nightmare belongs to Canada. 2-0. They lose to Sweden and lose out on that #1 overall seed. Lots of good hockey to watch on the NHL Network with the World Juniors tournament. Lots of good hockey right here, courtesy of Play by Play Productions, as we are underway for period number 2. Morristown Beard in their home white uniforms with the crimson and black trim. They skate from right to left on your screens at home. Oratory Prep in their road navy uniforms with the gold and white trim. They skate from left to right. Crimson outshot the Rams by a 10-5 margin in that first period. And chipping the puck down deep is Sean Rizzo. Behind the net, first one to it is Brendan Tartaglione. Tartaglione listed at 6'3", 250 pounds. He looks even bigger out there. At the blue line, kept alive by Rizzo. Back down deep into the zone. Behind the net, coming up with possessions, Charlie Fernandez. Fernandez then sees this go off the skates of Tartaglione and ricochet into the far side half wall. Chipped off the boards by Zahn out of the zone. This should be icing against the Rams, and a minute and a single second into the second period. Face-off will come up in the Oratory Prep zone, as the Crimson have really dominated offensive zone time so far in this game, and that's continued in the first minute here in the second. Again, the Crimson trying to get back into the winning column after dropping their last game to Chatham. Meanwhile, for the Rams, as this one is held on, or rather deflected out of play. Faceoff will come out of the zone. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're on a 4-game slide with losses to Frisch, Chatham, West Morris, and Madison. Those last 3 all coming in the Essex Holiday Tournament. Faceoff's actually going to move all the way back down into the Morristown Beard zone. So, faceoff to the left of goaltender Pierce Brucker, who stopped all 5 shots sent his way. It's actually been a penalty called as well, as John Ganella sits 2 minutes for holding. So Oratory Prep on to the power play, their second power play opportunity of the evening. They're 0 for 1 so far with 1 shot on goal. Played up through center, Timo. Now Zahn, a shot. Just misses the glove of Brucker and goes wide. Pair of players for both teams trying to dig this out of the scrum on the near side wall. Puck eventually pops on out, trying to soccer it along was Trenton Fay, but we have a whistle and a penalty coming up. It's going to be a slashing call. Who's it going against? Nobody wearing a Crimson uniform has a guilty look on their face, as it's Henry Zahn of Oratory Prep who gets the gate. So we'll skate 4 aside for the next 90 seconds, and Oratory Prep now 0 for 2 on the man advantage. So 4-on-4 action, you get to see what the speedsters can do out there with the open ice. Crimson will begin up front with Peter Cross alongside Hudson Salvador. On the blue line, Lucas Krasnowski alongside Nick Zayas. Here's Zayas off the face-off win by Cross. Gave along for Krasnowski, who sent one all the way around. Behind the net, that puck goes over the stick of Cross. Krasnowski will pinch on in from the point, comes up empty, and now here come the Rams, 2-on-2 through center ice. It's Sebastian Leach teeing one up, but he misses wide. Now the Crimson in transition. Pass a little too far for Cross to handle. Following up on the play is Salvador. Giving on back for Cross. Cross puck on his backhand behind the net. He'll swing it on back to the far side. Salvador will simply dummy it along for Krasnowski. Now Krasnowski, his shot knocked down in front. LaFrance trying to get a glove on it. It's under a few bodies. Pops on back to the blue line. Picked up once again by Krasnowski, and that shot gets blocked. Loose puck picked up by Meade Gibbons. Here come the Rams, 2-on-2 into the Crimson zone. Offsides is called as Sutton Collins, the defenseman, got ahead of the play. Face-off will be back in the neutral zone. 12:31 to go in the second period. 36 seconds to go on the 4-on-4 action before Morristown Beard will have their first power play of the night. It will be only 30 seconds long. But depending on the team, perhaps that's all the time they'll need. So face-off outside the Crimson zone. Ryan Tartaglione on the draw up against Sebastian Leach. Leach with the clean face-off win back. D-to-D they go as Palm goes over far side. Chipped on into the Mobeard zone. First one to it is Evan Jones. The junior with 8 points so far this season. Gave it on back behind the cage. Now gaining speed is Peter Cross. Cross, far side, his pass was behind Tartaglione. No icing on the play as Palm sends around to the near side. Jones at the blue line, keeps it alive. Sidesteps a fellow number 3 in Francesco Lagrippo. Jones then sees his shot get blocked. Loose puck picked up. Leach unable to clear. So now Ryan Tartaglione down low, draws a couple defenders to his position. Thrown up but not out. Jones, D-to-D across, stepping on in. Cross a shot, and he missed wide. Looking for the lacrosse move and sending it in front. Ryan Tartaglione showing off the hands. Oh, Ryan Tartaglione, not sure what his lacrosse aspirations are. His brother Brendan, we spoke about a little bit earlier, he's heading off to Connecticut College, an NCAA Division III school where he will play lacrosse. Funny how hockey and lacrosse seem to go hand in hand. Of course, after seeing a couple of those Michigan-style goals just the other day in the NHL, I think it's on every forward's mind. A shot by Jones goes wide. We're back to 5-a-side hockey as Mo Beard is 0 for 1 on the man advantage officially. Here come the Rams, 2-on-1 developing if they hurry, but a nice defensive play by Robert Magnotta draws the call. Magnotta managed to get ahead of the Oratory Prep forechecker. I believe it was Francesco Lagrippo who's going to be going to the box. And indeed it will be as Lagrippo hauls down Magnotta. That was a 3-on-1 that the Rams nearly had. Instead, Morristown Beard goes on to their first full power play, assuming everybody can stay behaved for the next few minutes. 10:43 to go in the second period, and the Crimson leading by 2. Face-off will be to the right of Tom LaFrance. On the draw will be Peter, or check that, it'll actually be Kevin Fraga. Fraga had the first goal in this game. Cross and Brendan Tartaglione, the other forwards up front. Lucas Krasnowski and Nick Zayas on the blue line as the Crimson get their first man advantage. Their first true man advantage. The 32nd one, let's just not count that. That said, they'll need to begin all the way down the ice as coming out to play the puck is Brucker. Brucker then gets upended by Meade Gibbons. Referee's arm stays down and play continues. So the Crimson on a controlled breakout with 25 seconds gone by in the power play. Motoring up ahead is Zayas, the defenseman. Swings it into the slot, and taking the shot was Fraga. It went well wide. On the far side, Krasnowski. Now Zayas. Zayas towards the goal, fought off by LaFrance. Near side corner, here's Fraga. He'll cycle it down low, Brendan Tartaglione. The senior goes all the way back up to the point. Return pass goes past Tartaglione. Trying to help it along further, it was Cross. Rams looking for the clears. In the middle of all that is Andrew Timo. Now given on back to the point. A shot stopped by LaFrance. It's loose behind him. They score! Brendan Tartaglione, his second of the game. A power play goal, and the Crimson lead it 3-0. Well, the initial shot came from the point. Off the stick of Lucas Krasnowski. LaFrance got a big chunk of it, but the puck trickles out behind him, and Brendan Tartaglione with the nose for the net simply shepherds that puck over the goal line. His second goal of the game, his third of the season. And the Crimson connect on the power play to put themselves up by a field goal. Senior night that the Tartagliones won't soon forget. Now looking for more. Here's Lucas Krasnowski. Behind the net, centering feed got blocked away by the back of the net. It's a problem with, 3D objects. Nick Zayas in his own end stops and looks up ice. Zayas doesn't see much that he likes, so he swings it over far side. Where skating into it is Krasnowski. Back out towards center, and look out, Francesco Lagrippo. Able to shrug off most of a check thrown by Nick Zayas. Zayas listed at 5'11", 160 pounds. Francesco Lagrippo listed at 5'6", 130. Those numbers do not favor the forward. Flipped on down into the zone by Hanzala Body. Body, another one of those seniors, 10 of them for the Crimson tonight. Body played both at the junior varsity and now at the varsity level. Here come the Rams with a shot, sending one over the top of the cage. For Oratory Prep was Tom Walden. First time that we've said his name in tonight's game. Shoveled on back into the Ram zone. Grayson Strauss, or check that into the Crimson zone. Either way, Grayson Strauss there to pick it on up. Given along for Kevin Fraga. Fraga across the red line. His pass can't quite connect with Hudson Salvador. Salvador now motors it around behind the cage. First one to it is Cross. Cross goes back to the point. A one-time shot stopped by LaFrance, and he'll hold on as Evan Jones got that on the cage. Hudson Salvador sneaking around, looking for a deflection in front. Just couldn't get the stick on it. 7:51 to go in the second period. The Crimson have connected again here in the second. They lead it 3-0. It'll be Fraga on the draw for the Crimson. And he goes up against Anthony Palm. False start on the draw. They'll decline the yardage and do it all over again. This time one on back by the Crimson. A shot by Gow went wide. Now Jeff Child tried sending it around behind the cage. Turned over. Stepping on in from the point, taking a shot. It's loose in front. They score! Poked in by Peter Cross. But immediately the goal is waved off, and the faceoff will come outside of the zone. So 7:33 to go in the second period. I believe they're going to say that this was goaltender interference as referee Mike Crisatello powwows with the Crimson just inside the blue line. Face-off will be outside the zone as Peter Cross nearly had his second point of the evening. So face-off in front of the Mo Beard bench. It'll be Sean Rizzo on the draw for the Crimson. He goes up against Meade Gibbons. Puck rolling its way towards our position. Eventually able to pick it on up is Charlie Fernandez. Fernandez unable to get the puck deep. Flipped on out towards the red line. It gets around Brendan Tartaglione. Now trying to work his way up ahead is Walden. Walden, however, can't get around the final defenseman in Robert Magnotta. Loose puck in the corner, picked up by Florian Gao. Gao wraps that all the way around to the near side at the blue line. Timo able to keep it alive only momentarily before Rizzo gets it as far as the Oratory Prep blue line. Now a loose puck in front, as nearly losing possession of that was Gibbons. Flipped on out of the zone, and this time the Crimson will have a little more time as Gao goes D-to-D across for Ryan Tartaglione. That goes off the skate of Fernandez. Rams trying to get the puck down into the offensive zone. Rising shot by Gibbons goes out of play. Face-off should come out of the zone, as that did not go off of anyone wearing a Crimson uniform. 6:40 to go in the second period. Shots on goal in the second, 7-1 in favor of Morristown Beard. But a rare offensive face-off for the Rams could lead to some offense. It'll be Sebastian Leach on the draw. He goes up against Ryan Tartaglione. Tartaglione with the face-off win. Zayas wraps around hard far side. Trenton Fay will try and hunt this one down. Will he get there before the goal line? He does. Now Fay trying to swoop around behind the net. Stops, looks for an option in front. Doesn't have anybody friendly. John Ganella, near side corner, goes on back for Zayas. Zayas sneaking on down behind the net, eventually gives for Ryan Tartaglione. Tartaglione gives on back to the point. Krasnowski, a shot just goes over the top of the cage. Another shot from the corner gets blocked, eventually picked on up by Ganella. Ganella in front, and LaFrance able to get the big paddle of his stick in the way to break things up. Under 6 minutes to play in the second. Geiger sends it down into the Crimson zone. Not with possession as Nick Zayas able to work up ahead quickly. Through center ice, it's Ryan Tartaglione. Tartaglione stops. Centering feed, nobody home for Mo Beard, as back the other way, it's Sebastian Leach. Leach lost possession of the puck, and then losing his footing was Trenton Fay as he had his skates taken out by the blue line monster. Here come the Crimson once again. The offense coming in waves. Sent in front, a shot stopped by LaFrance. The rebound sent just wide. Oh, nice job by Nick Zayas jumping into the play. Now another shot gets blocked. Zayas had the initial opportunity. LaFrance able to make the save. Now back the other way, Leach just outside of his reach as Grayson Strauss is there to put out the fire. 5:10 to go. Turned over behind the net. They score! A bad turnover behind the cage, and Henry Zahn puts it past Pierce Brucker. Brucker didn't even know that the puck had crossed the line until the Rams started celebrating. 5:06 to go in the second, and the score is 3-1. For Henry Zahn, his team leading 6th goal of the season. That gives him 11 points this year. Nobody else has double digits for Oratory Prep. But the Crimson surrendering their first goal of the game. It comes on shot number 7. Only the Rams' second shot on goal in this period. Again, just poor puck management behind the net. Puck popped out to the far side, and Zahn quickly puts it across the goal line before Pierce Brucker even has a chance to respond or react. So now the Crimson looking to restore the 3-goal lead. Using his knee to keep that alive was Strauss. On goal, stopped by LaFrance. And he'll dive on top of that puck. Face-off will be to LaFrance's left. 4:47 to go in the second. Well, for the Rams, that's the kind of opportunistic offense that they need to come up with. As again, especially, we saw it a little bit in the first period. That Morristown Beard had a majority of the offensive zone time. Here in the second, the ice is tilted even further. Flipped out towards center. Loose puck picked up by Grayson Strauss. Strauss goes across far side. Salvador able to work it up along further. Poked into the zone by Fraga, but too far before the icing whistle. 4:28 to go in the second, and a face-off coming up once more in the Morristown Beard zone. So face-off to the right of Pierce Brucker. Rucker last year, as mentioned, played 2 games, got 2 shutouts. Hasn't been as easy this year, though he does have a personal 2-0 record. Here's Peter Cross, who had a goal taken off the board earlier in this period. His shot kicked out by LaFrance. Rams now looking up ice. 4-on-3 as they cross their own blue line. Jumping on up was Evan Jones, but that will get whistled down on the hand pass. Then we'll have a face-off back at center ice with 4:09 to go in the period. Shots on goal 10-2 in the second period in favor of Morristown Beard. Well, actually, off the hand pass, move the face-off down into the Crimson zone. So an offensive zone face-off coming up for Sebastian Leach. And he goes up against Sean Rizzo. Rizzo, the junior, still looking for his first goal this season. Rizzo had the face-off win under duress. Zayas in the corner. Zayas lost possession of the puck. Now the Rams looking to set up. Giving on back for Toth. His shot gets blocked and then goes out of play. Having to kind of jump out of the way on the bench for the Rams was Joseph Guido. He's dressed as the backup goaltender for this game. Guido has an 0-3 record, but this year gets to share the pipes with his younger brother William. William has appeared in 1 game so far for the Rams. Stopped all 12 shots sent his way. Off the point, or rather off the face-off, a shot by Zahn just skitters wide of the cage. Rams trying to get something going here in the final minutes of the second. Fanning on the shot from the point was Palm. He managed to keep the puck alive in the zone. Now the Rams set up shop. Centering feed gets intercepted by Zayas. And now here comes Nick Zayas, a sophomore defenseman across the line. Zayas looking to do it all himself. Centers one in front and unable to get it across the line was Charlie Fernandez. Oh, Fernandez got a piece of it with his backhand, but then got his own skate in the way to keep the puck out. Nice keep at the blue line. Loose puck in the slot. Crimson trying to tee up a shot. Fernandez sees his shot get blocked. Eventually picked up by the Rams, and they'll take it out the other way. Here's Sebastian Leach. From the blue line, his shot goes off of Lucas Krasnowski's stick. Krasnowski unable to clear. Now, Krasnowski once more. This time chips it into the near side corner where Charlie Fernandez will have a bit more time to think things over. 2:44 to go in the second period. Fernandez's outlet pass got knocked away by a Rams forechecker. Loose puck picked up by Krasnowski, but not out of the zone. Rams doing a better job in the final minutes of this second period. They still trail by 2. Off the wall. Getting Julian Toth did not get a piece of it. And so icing called against the Crimson. Face-off will come back on down into the Mobeard zone. 2:19 to go in the second. 3-1 your score in favor of the Crimson on senior night. Have not heard much from some of the seniors. Haven't seen Jack Cueto out there too much. Matt Mortazavi, Matt Chahinko, and Christian Ewig. Ewig not dressed for tonight's game. Ditto Chahinko. As this is sent on out towards center. Picking up the loose puck, Ryan Tartaglione, but Tartaglione had it swiped away. Off the stick of Florian Gauss. No icing on the play. Gau will settle it short of the goal line. And now with 105 seconds to go in the period, the Crimson, a long stretch pass, too far for Trenton Fay to do anything with. Rams looking to clear. Following up on the play was Gau. He sees it get flipped over his head. Now Walden. Could not connect with Meade Gibbons. Turned over. Here come the Crimson. 4-on-3 across the blue line. Magnotta sending one in front. LaFrance got a piece of it with his stick. At the blue line, getting belted on down from behind was Florian Gau. That's going to be a penalty. So with 1:13 to go in the second period, Meade Gibbons will head off to the sin bin for Oratory Prep. It will be the third power play of the evening For Morristown Beard, they are 1 for 2 with 2 shots on goal. Gibbons receives 2 minutes for cross-checking. He's lucky it was only the 2-minute minor for cross-checking, as he absolutely drilled Florian Gao from behind. Ryan Tartaglione kicked from the face-off dot, so Peter Cross will come on in. Cross able to win it on back. Now the Crimson can get set up. Here's Evan Jones playing it along the same side wall. Down behind the net, Cross picks it up. Cross all the way back up to the point. Now Cross again. His shot just goes wide, looking to tuck it in the far side post. Ryan Tartaglione gives down low, Hudson Salvador. Salvador's shot, it's loose in front of the crease, bounces on out and off the post. Oh, Ryan Tartaglione, how many times is he going to get close to finding the back of the net in this game? Swiped out of the zone, no icing on the play, 37 seconds to go. Tartaglione came up with a loose puck in the slot. Managed to beat Tom LaFrance to the glove side, but then he hears wind chimes. 25 to go in the period. Here's Evan Jones, turned over inside the zone. Picked up by Leach. Sebastian Leach tries stepping on in from the half wall, knocked away from his possession. 13 seconds left as motoring up ahead is Peter Cross. Cross, his shot stopped by LaFrance as it trickles wide of the cage. 6 seconds to go in the period. Kept alive in the zone. 3 seconds left out towards center, and that will do it for period number 2. So through 2 periods of play, it's Morristown Beard 3, Oratory Prep 1. We'll take a short timeout. They will not cut the ice before the 3rd period, so you've got 5 minutes to refresh whatever drink you have in your hand at home, and we'll be right back. You're watching Morristown Beard School Hockey on Play by Play Productions. Welcome back to the Twin Oaks Ice Rink in Morristown, New Jersey. I'm Zach McGinnis. Third period of action about to get underway between Morristown Beard and Oratory Prep. Through 30 minutes of play, the Crimson of Morristown Beard have a 3-1 lead. Teams traded goals in the second period. At the 3:22 mark, it was Ryan Tartaglione, his second of the game and third of the season on the power play. Made it 3-0. Lucas Krasnowski, alongside Peter Cross, getting the assist on Tartaglione's third of the year. But Oratory Prep able to break the shutout bid for senior Pierce Brucker. At the 10-minute mark, even. It was Henry Zahn, his sixth of the year, assisted by Kevin Geiger. Puts the Rams on the board, but they'll need more. They were outshot in that second period by a 14-2 margin. They only have 7 shots on goal through 2 periods of play. Morristown Beard has 24. Difficult to score, difficult to win a game when you can't get pucks on goal. Oratory Prep in their road navy uniforms with the gold and white trim. They skate once more right to left on your screens at home for this third period. Morristown Beard in their home whites with the crimson and black trim. They skate from left to right. Ryan Tartaglione on the draw for the Crimson, and we are underway in period number 3. Morristown Beard begins this third period still on the power play. It's their third opportunity of the night. They've got 35 seconds left to work with, but they'll need to get the puck back into the offensive zone after it's cleared out by Sutton Collins. Right back into the offensive zone on cue are the Crimson. Here's Hudson Salvador giving on back to the point. Evan Jones able to keep it alive. Played behind the net where Ryan Tartaglione tries stuffing it in the near side post. Tom LaFrance able to go post to post and keep it on out. Now Tartaglione once more with 8 seconds to go on the power play. Goes on back to the point. A shot by Cross was blocked. Back out towards center. Jones will collect. 2 seconds and 1, and we are back to even strength hockey. So Mo Beard now 1 for 3 on the power play in this game. Here's Ganella going back to the point, kept alive by Jones. Return pass, Ganella hopped over his stick. Eventually he's able to pick it on up and try finding Peter Cross down low. Cross had it knocked away, and the Rams are able to clear. Now it's speed up ahead. It's Meade Gibbons. Gibbons with the lane to the net, a shot off the shoulder. The rebound and another save by Pierce Brucker. Now Gibbons into the slot, played down low. Gibbons once more. Brucker makes the save. Well, Pierce Brucker, 3 saves in the first minute and a half of this third period. It's the most action that he's seen all night. Back the other way they come. Here's John Ganella, 1-on-1. Ganella to the backhand, a shot, it goes wide. Still the Crimson remaining on offense. Charlie Fernandez into the front of the cage, stopped by LaFrance, and then everybody's going to pile on top of that as Tom LaFrance dove out with the glove. We've seen him do that a couple times in this game. A Crimson player tried to come up with possession of the puck, ended up on all fours. That's Ryan Tartaglione, who's now able to get back up to his skates. Face-off will be to LaFrance's left. 13:18 to go in regulation time. Well, the Rams coming out with a little jump for this third period. Again, only 2 shots on goal in the second for Oratory Prep. Off the draw, controlled by the Crimson in the offensive zone. Krasnowski couldn't get the puck down deep. Here come the Rams back the other way. Long-range shot by Child gets gloved by Brucker. Face-off will be to Pierce Brucker's left. Brucker playing in his 3rd game this season. Has to worry about the youngster in the blue paint. That's Mason Rickoff. Rickoff, the freshman, has a 1-2-1 record. Goals against average, a very respectable 2.5, and has recorded the only shutout this season. He was a goaltender of record when they played Bernards a couple games ago. Back out in the neutral zone. It's sent on down. Cleared up ahead through center. Sean Rizzo has his pocket picked by Gibbons. And then offsides is called against Morristown Beard. So 12:35 to go in the third period. Face-off will come once again between the blue lines. Crimson at this point, what they're doing is working. They're out shooting the Rams now by a 26-11 margin. That said, the Rams out shooting the Crimson by a 4-2 margin here in the third. Coming up with the puck in the offensive zone was Fraga. Fraga shot knocked down by LaFrance. Rebound left in a dangerous area. Rams able to at least get it out of the slot. Now they look to get it out of the zone. That goes off the glove of Robert Magnotta. Magnotta unable to maintain possession. Trying to poke it back the other way is Cross. Cross just finds himself sent on down to the ice instead. So now Fraga picks up the loose puck and retreats to the relative safety behind his own net. Bounces it off the back of the cage as he gets around the forechecker Lagrippo. Trenton Fay with speed down deep. Fay tried reversing, calling for that was Cross. Now this puck rims all the way around to the near side wall. Magnotta the first one there. He's quickly met and lost possession of the puck. Here come the Rams back the other way, 3-on-3 across the blue line. Dropped on back by Collins. Lagrippo a shot, that's blocked. Standing up to that was Fraga. Trying to one-hand one up ahead was Cross. At least got it into the Rams zone. Now Cross looking to force a turnover, but he can't get the puck down deep. So Oratory Prep from the red line will send it on down. Taking the hard check was Sutton Collins at center ice, and now Collins will get on the forecheck. He's looking to throw a body back the other way. Got a piece of Robert Magnotta. Could not come up with possession of the puck. Loose at center, Collins goes far side into the zone. It's Henry Zahn turning. The Rams' lone goal scorer sends one off the stick of Palm. Palm's attempt goes wide. From the blue line, a shot and getting run over was Julian Toth. Now Palm again. Kept it alive, but his pass knocked away by Strauss. Strauss will try to hunt this down into the Rams zone. He manages to turn around Palm, but not before Palm gives it along for his defensive partner, Sutton Collins. 4.5 gone by in the third. 3-1 your score. Morristown Beard with the lead. In the corner. Coming up with it, but unable to get the puck towards the front of the net was Rizzo. Now another opportunity. This time it works out for the Crimson, but having a stick fail him was Brendan Tartaglione. Icing called against Oratory Prep, and Brendan Tartaglione will head on back to the bench for a new piece of lumber. Now, back in my days, you can get 5 wooden sticks. It would cost you $60. That's all you needed. These days, well, these days sticks go for $200, $300. Saw one on sale for $400, and that stick doesn't even have the whole blade. I don't know if they give you speed holes or whatnot these days, but boy, those sticks are expensive, and well, for the Tartagliones, another bill on the way. 10:03 to go in the third. This one all the way down the ice. Should be another icing call. Is back to touch up is Evan Jones. And we'll do it once more to the left of Tom LaFrance with 10:01 to go in regulation time. Crimson will get some fresh defensemen on the ice. And Lucas Krasnowski and Nick Zayas. And hockey's a game of momentum. And Oratory Prep certainly had a hop in their step to begin this third period. But it seems as though the Crimson have been able to adapt. Face off to the right of LaFrance. Off the draw. Back up at the point. Zayas' shot, partially blocked, never made its way on through. Rams looking to clear, they cannot. Turned over. Here's Ganella into the corner. John Ganella, the sophomore, goes on back to the point. Zayas winds and fires, but catches nothing but glass. Now Krasnowski sent back around behind the cage. Ronan Davis unable to clear for the Rams. Sent on back on that far side wall. At the blue line, Hudson Salvador will send it down deep. Reversed on back by Timo. That puck squirreled along the top of the boards. A big hit thrown on the far side half wall, and it will result in a penalty as Nick Zayas will go to the penalty box. A bit shaken up on the play was Ronan Davis. So Zayas will sit 2 minutes for interference. We'll get to see Oratory Prep go back onto the power play. This will be their third opportunity. And with 9:03 to go in the third period, the way this period has gone for the Rams, a goal here would certainly go a long way to getting them back into this game. It'll be Sebastian Leach on the draw. He goes up against Charlie Fernandez. On a 50-50 draw, Fernandez is eventually able to force it on down into the corner where Evan Jones helps it to the near side. This is cleared down the ice. Will not be enough for icing. As back to pick it up is Timo. So now Andrew Timo. Oratory Prep Senior gave along for Leach. Sebastian Leach gets driven on down into the corner. Battled for behind the net. All three Oratory forwards were poking at it at one point. Eventually coming up with possession was Henry Zahn. Zahn has the only goal in this game for the Rams. We have a whistle and a penalty. 8:27 to go in the third period, and for the second straight time, Oratory Prep has cost themselves the balance of a power play. Referees will talk it over in front of the scorer's box. Or is this penalty going against the Crimson? It's going to be Evan Jones going to the box. So Evan Jones to the box for Morristown Beard. Andrew Timo also goes to the penalty box for the Rams. Or does he? He got in the box. He came out. Get a good look on your screens at home at referee Glenn Livingstone. Livingstone has been involved in youth hockey in New Jersey now for over 30 years. It's a nice thing about this sport. When you get good people involved, they usually stick around. So penalties offset. Rams remain on the power play for another minute and 15 seconds as the Crimson are able to clear it all the way on down. Andrew Timo sits 2 minutes for roughing. Evan Jones 2 minutes for slashing. The initial call was against Timo. But either way, we remain 5-on-4. Loose puck picked up by Sebastian Leach as he turns up ice. Leach across the blue line, a shot partially deflected aside by Rizzo. Flipped out of the zone and back to retrieve is Julian Toth. So Toth through center. Trying to poke it along further was Leach. His pass intercepted. Now a rolling puck. Trenton Fay still able to come up with it. Fay a shot, but he missed wide. 35 to go on the power play. Looking up ice, here come the Rams. It's Sebastian Leach, Collins, and Leach again. Played towards the center, it goes off a couple sticks. Eventually Meade Gibbons is there to pick it up. Gibbons sends one into the slot, defensed away, and cleared out of the zone. 7:15 to go in regulation time, 10 seconds to go on the power play. Rams in danger of going 0 for 3 on the man advantage. This is poked away, but Brendan Tartaglione, realizing that he was offsides, did not pursue the puck further. Penalty has expired, and we're back to even strength hockey with under 7 to play. Directed out of the zone by Fernandez, quickly sent right back into the Mobeard end. Now Lucas Krasnowski gives along behind the net. Krasnowski gets a return pass from Strauss. And Krasnowski right in front of his own bench. Fernandez plays it along further. Salvador had it knocked off of his stick. And here comes Oratory Prep back the other way, but not with possession as Lagrippo had it knocked away at the red line. Crimson still in the middle of a change, as trying to muscle his way forward is John Ganella. Ganella to the outside. Manages to fend off Collins. Gives on back to the point. Strauss, his shot gets blocked. Strauss picks up the loose puck, but has it quickly swiped away. Covering for Strauss was Salvador. He sends it down deep. Return pass for Strauss, partially intercepted by Jeff Child, sent out of the zone. Krasnowski back to pick up. Now 2 forecheckers for the Rams. You know, we spoke about their forecheck earlier in this game. Down by 2 with under 6 minutes to play. Head coach Miles Atkin and Fred Hutchingren know that they need to get a bit more aggressive if they want to try and force an extra frame. Ryan Tartaglione across the blue line. Tartaglione gets around 1, gets around 2, gets around 3, then can't get around the ice as his skates were taken out from underneath him. Rams able to clear out. Here's Toth from the neutral zone. He'll send one wide of the cage. First one to it is Robert Magnotta. Magnotta runs into some trouble in the near side corner. Everybody poking at the scrum, eventually able to come up with it is Toth. Toth plays on back to the point. Collins wanting to send it down deep. That's taken away by Tartaglione. Now Ryan Tartaglione across the line into the zone. Tartaglione forced to the outside, lost possession of the puck. Here come the Rams. It's a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Into the Crimson zone they come, and a pass negates everything. Now Morristown Beard back the other way with a clean lane to the net. Ryan Tartaglione, but the puck hopped up on its edge, and he could not fire the shot. 4:43 to go in the third. Oratory Prep had 3 shots on goal in the first minute and a half of this period. They have recorded 1 shot on goal since. Toth. Behind the net, Collins. Near side, Zahn. Zahn, his pass broken up. Back the other way they come, and a quick shot by Fraga. Blocker to side. Another shot from the point, swallowed up by LaFrance, and he'll hold on. Well, Robert Magnotta did a good job just getting that on goal. Lots of traffic in front of Tom LaFrance, but LaFrance down in the butterfly, perhaps more of a positioning save than anything else. Either way, he's a keeper. As long as he keeps the puck from crossing the line, he'll be happy. 4:17 to go in regulation time. Morristown Beard leads it 3-1. Kevin Fraga on the draw. Clean win back. Krasnowski, a shot stopped by LaFrance. Face-off will be to Tom LaFrance's left once more. That's the 30th shot on goal for the Crimson in this game. So Fraga, another draw against Francesco Lagarippo. Won by the Crimson. Dipsy doodling his way. Peter Cross, a shot. LaFrance makes save number 28. And they'll keep the face-off in the Oratory Prep zone. Well, if you're the Crimson, you have to be happy with this. Just keep throwing the puck on goal. Keep the puck 150 feet away from your net, and you'll probably get out of here with a win. Off the draw. Puck went off of a few different players. Eventually, Trenton Fay is able to come up with the possession. Fay sent down low, Cross. All the way back up to the point. Zayas draws a couple defensemen towards his way. Eventually gives on down low into the corner. Fraga spinning around. Fraga. Now Krasnowski. Krasnowski goes hard off the glass behind the net. Unable to come up with possession was Frey. Now in the high slot, a shot by Cross, fought off by LaFrance. Under 3.5 to go. Crimson doing everything they need to see this game out. Loose puck bouncing around behind the cage. Couple players go off the net, and that's enough to knock it off of its moorings. Face-off will remain in the prep zone with 3:19 to go in the third period. Well, the way this game has gone, we'll start keeping our eyes on Tom LaFrance once the Rams are able to clear the zone. Again, 3:19 to go in high school hockey. It's a long time to have an empty net, but again, the Rams down by 2 need everything they can get. It'll be Sean Rizzo on the draw for the Crimson. One on back. Rising shot by Strauss goes off the crossbar and out of play. That's the 3rd post in this game for Morristown Beard. Brendan Tartaglione, Ryan Tartaglione, and now Grayson Strauss, all having to deal with the Schedule 40 pipe. A shot from the point, waffle boarded aside by LaFrance. 3:07 to go. Puck loose in front of the net, and LaFrance reaches across with his left leg and makes a beautiful save. Oh, looking up to the ceiling, Grayson Strauss, he doesn't know what he needs to do to find the back of the net. He finds the crossbar seconds ago, and then Tom LaFrance, again, not the biggest of goaltenders, reaches all the way across with his left leg and gets that puck wedged underneath him for the face-off to his left. And even 3 minutes to go in regulation time. Rams looking to clear. This time they will. Here's Sebastian Leach all by himself into the Crimson zone. Leach driving down low, eventually picks up some help as driving towards the front of the cage was Zahn. Now turned over, here come Morristown Beard back the other way. Evan Jones, the 6'3" defenseman, sends one in front of net, following up on the play, taking the shot, Rizzo, stopped by LaFrance, it's still loose in front of the cage, bouncing around, and the Rams are able to clear. 2:25 to go. LaFrance remains in goal to our left as a big check gets thrown, Sebastian Leach on the receiving end. Now Strauss. Looking to get the monkey off of his bat. Turns the puck over. Here come the Rams back the other way. This one gets chipped right in front of the Crimson bench. It stays in play. Motoring up now with it is Trenton Fay. Fay, nice move to the outside. Fay centering feed. They score! What a pass by Trenton Fay. And Peter Cross finally has his goal tonight. It's 4-1. For Cross, his 4th goal of the season. But Trenton Fay made that entire play happen. Fay picks up the puck in the neutral zone. A nice juke across the blue line gave him an open lane to the net. That drew everybody's attention, and nobody was paying attention to Peter Cross on the back door. And then Fay sauces one across, and all Peter Cross has to do is just keep his stick where it was. So for Cross, his 4th of the year, the Crimson get the insurance goal that they were looking for here in the 3rd. And it's a 4-1 game with under 2 minutes to play. So flipped on back down into the Crimson zone. Turned over. Child behind the net, knocked away from Ronan Davis. Played on back to the point. Here's Toth with a shot, and that skitters on wide. Went off of somebody diving on out, was Cross. Under 90 seconds to play. Through center, here comes Kevin Fraga. Fraga got the scoring started for us all the way back in the 1st period. Rams looking to clear. They'll simply throw it up ahead. LaGrippo has it go off the heel of his skate, and then LaGrippo able to recover and get the puck down deep. Big hit thrown by Florian Gao. Those two have some words for each other. Sent out towards center now with 50 seconds to go. Offsides called against the Rams. Faceoff will come back out between the blue lines. 49.4 seconds to go. Well, barring an absolute miracle, Oratory Prep's going to drop their 5th game in a row. Again, they'll be in action again tomorrow against Morristown. Morristown Beard and Morristown played the 2nd game of the season against each other. They tied 2-2, so we'll see if that has any bearing on the Rams game tomorrow. 25 seconds to go. Crimson looking for one more as a pass towards the front by Hudson Salvador gets knocked away. Back out towards center. Nice job on the back check by Ganella to break things up. 12 seconds to go from center ice. Gets sent on down into the Morristown Beard zone. And on senior night at the Twin Oaks Ice Rink, the Morristown Beard Crimson take care of business on home ice. They defeat Oratory Prep by a score of 4-1. And for the seniors, Jack Cueto, Grayson Strauss, Gonzalo Body, Peter Cross, Matt Mortazavi, Brendan Tartaglione, Matt Chahinko, Pierce Bruckner, and Christian Ewig. Well, a senior night. They will look back on with a smile for a long time. Senior Pierce Brucker records the victory. He sees his personal record improve to 3-0 on the year. He stopped 10 of 11 shots sent his way. Tom LaFrance records the loss. He sees his personal record fall to 1-4. LaFrance stopped 33 of 37 shots on goal. Let's take one last look at the scoring in this game at the 9:07 mark of the 1st period. Morristown Beard able to get on the board first. Kevin Fraga, his 3rd of the season, assisted by Robert Magnotta and Peter Cross. 13 seconds later, Brendan Tartaglione, his second of the year, assisted by Sean Rizzo, made it a 2-0 game. Tartaglione would then find the back of the net for his second of the game and third of the year on the power play at the 3:22 mark of the second period. Lucas Krasnowski and Peter Cross picking up the helpers there. Oratory Prep would make it interesting with 5 minutes to go in the second period. It was Henry Zahn, his sixth of the season, assisted by Kevin Geiger. That made it 3-1 at the time. And then in the third period at the 12:47 mark, a fantastic individual effort by Trenton Fay sets up Peter Cross, the senior, with 3 points in tonight's game. For Cross, his 4th goal of the season. And that brings us to the 4-1 final. Morristown Beard will be in action again in 2024 on January 3rd, a Wednesday afternoon game, 4 o'clock, against Randolph right here at the Twin Oaks Ice Rink. Certainly hope that you can join us for that. So that'll just about wrap things up for us here. For everybody on the technical side of things with play-by-play productions, our camera operator has been Matt Michaud, our engineer, Jake Gallagher, our producer, Simon Rosenwasser, and I'm Zach McGinnis, saying so long from Morristown. Morristown Beard 4, Oratory Prep 1. This has been a presentation of Play-by-Play Productions. And until next time, we say good night from the Garden State.